Hey guys, it's Tony with Backwoods Biker Magazine and Wood Tramp Outdoors. A lot of emails are starting to come in with questions about deer hunts, long hunts, because it's the fall. Tomorrow's November the 1st. Our deer hunting season starts very, very soon here in Illinois, and we're getting ready to hit a deer hunt down in southern Illinois. So I got a couple things that I wanted to talk to you about, so hang tight. Be right back. Alright guys, welcome back. Again, as I said, we're getting ready to go down to southern Illinois to the Shawnee National Forest and do some deer hunting. We got some monster bucks that are running around down there, and hopefully we'll be able to bring a couple of them home. There's a few of us that are going down. We're going to go down for about a week, and we ought to be able to have some fun at the very least. But there are things that can happen that can mess up your fun. And so I just want to make mention of two things in this video. Number one, make sure that you really think out your first aid response to a major incident before going. Really think about what you would do with a major arterial bleed, a broken bone, anything that could be a life-altering event and life-threatening event. Consider it, go down your checklist, make sure that your med kit, your IFAK kit is ready to go and ready to use and ready to deploy. What I mean by that is that for us, because we're going to have a group of people on our team there, I will have a team kit that will cover more bases than my regular IFAK kit carries. And of course, I'll always have a couple tourniquets in that bag. I will have a couple Israeli bandages there, some quick clot bandages, some quick clot granules, those type of things. And if you are going to go that route, make sure both your personal IFAK kit and your group kit, that if you've got tourniquets in there, take them out of the plastic bag, take a look at them, open them up, because you can put them right back together, you know, to where they're not all falling over. They'll fold back up. But it's important that you do that because again, it's a manufactured product, and something could get off the line that is defective, and you would hate to find that out when you're trying to save your life or somebody else's life. The same thing goes for your individual first aid kit. I put out a video here a few weeks ago saying the three things that I would highly recommend. If I only could take out three things, what it would be. One was a tourniquet, one was the quick clot bandages, and number three was the Israeli bandage. And again, I always take out my tourniquets when they're new, and I look at them really, really well, and then I fold them back up. I don't put them in a package. I put them right inside the IFAK kit, and they're not inside of a holder or a sleeve. When you open them up, you got to hold on to it because it will fall out. But it is very beneficial to operate that way, because an arterial bleed isn't a matter of minutes. It's a matter of seconds. Seconds really do count with this. So that is the first thing that I want to tell you. Get your med kits together, get your IFAK together, go through every scenario in your mind that might happen, and pack your kits accordingly. Okay, now the second thing that I want to talk about, because this is a hot topic, I've received a lot of emails asking me, what do I do to combat ticks during the deer season? Well, I came across the product that was introduced to me when I was traveling in Africa. And that product was given to me because of the poisonous spiders that were there. The WHO actually recommended it, the people at the WHO, World Health Organization. I was in close contact with them because of the areas that I was going to be going in. They had a big meningitis outbreak, they had an Ebola outbreak, there was all kinds of stuff going on there. And one of the things they told me to do is to get a hold of some Permethrin. This is when Permethrin first really hit the commercial market. And Permethrin is made by Sawyer. This is a couple of the different receptacles that they come in. One is an aerosol and the other one is a pump spray. But what I did, and of course I just had a single man tent, and what I did was I sprayed, actually I was using a just this type of bottle right here, this squeeze deal instead of the aerosol. I got my shelter up, I sprayed it all over the place, and when I went to Africa, I had no problems. I found a lot of dead bugs outside of my tent every morning. Spiders, big centipedes that were probably 8 inches long, the size of a cigar, just all curled up because they'd come in contact with this permethrin that had dried on my garment, excuse me, on my tent. Then when I came back home, and of course being out in the bush and being concerned about Lyme's disease, I brought this back with me and I started spraying whatever I was going to use. Okay, cool. So for this trip here, I'll be gone for about 5-7 days. I'm only going to take a couple pairs of pants, but both pairs of those pants I will saturate with these, let them dry, and they will last up to 7 washings from what I understand. The stuff still stays very, very strong, and it will kill those ticks and whatever else might light on you. And I can tell you that a few years ago, it was in November, just like now, and it was sleeting. That's how cold it was. It was below freezing. And I am a ground hunter. I don't get in a deer stand. I like to do it from the ground. And I found me a really nice low spot in the side of a field where the wild grasses were probably 4 foot high. And I sat down in those on top of a bucket with a insulated pad on top of it to keep my tail warm. And I didn't even think about it. I thought, you know, it's freezing out here. There will be no ticks out here. But what I didn't think about is that as you get down in the valley like that, it does get colder, but that grass creates an insulating environment, a habitat for all kinds of critters. And when I got back home from that trip, I had left my merino wool base layers on because it was so cold. And I got home and took that off to get in the shower, and I discovered a tick on the inside of my calf that had a red bullseye around it. He was there for at least a couple days. And it was very tough to get him out. And the reason that happened to me is because I said I'm not going to need the permethrin because it has frozen. I learned me a valuable lesson right there. I had to go on dioxolin to be able to kill that germ, that bacterium that was running through my body from that enzyme in that tick's saliva. And I learned a valuable lesson. And I don't go out during the fall. A lot of summers I don't do it either without treating my gear, my clothes. My first line of defense is the clothes. So I'm spraying pants, I'm spraying my shirts, spraying my hats, doing all that. Even my gloves I will spray. Probably I'll do that tomorrow, and it'll be hanging up to dry for the week because next week I'm taking off. Now I did want to just tell you about this here real quick. And this is what it says. It repels against mosquitoes that can carry Zika, West Nile virus, dengue fever, chikungunya fever, and yellow fever. All right, so I mean you're talking about extreme climates that you're not going to find too much of that here. Some of these you will. Zika, West Nile virus are here, but not the other 3. But what is also here, it tells you that it will help with ticks. And I can tell you, it does a great job with that. So whatever is going to be touching the ground, just to dispel something here, I've got a lot of friends, even to today, that tell me that ticks will climb up in trees and fall down. Do you realize how long it would take a tick to go from the ground to the tree where it could drop off of you? It would take an eternity. That would be a tick's 2 lifetimes to get up there to drop off on you. They're not like that. They're on low-lying areas. So whatever is going to be touching the ground is what I go ahead and treat. Now on my shelter, I will be doing the skirt and about 3 feet up from the ground. We're taking a heated teepee out that's made by Seek Outside. Great teepee. And about 3 feet up. And the sod skirt. It'll all get treated. I don't treat anything above that. It'll be fine. And then there is a nest on the inside that's zippered. I'll go ahead and do that as a precaution as well. And whatever's laying on the ground, we'll go ahead and treat that too. For all my clothing I already told you, but what about my other gear? I brought a few things out here. Number one, this is a little small zippered pouch that is designed to lash to your backpack, but it has all kinds of molly on one side, and this is made by Possum Pouch Soft Goods. His name is Jay Hercules. He makes a ton of gear, very reasonably priced, and as you can see, man, you're talking about rock solid platforms in regards to design and build. But this is something that I'll show you very, very simply, because this will be going out with me to carry some different things. But it might be touching the ground, and it'll definitely be touching the tree. All right, so that's all I do. Gets it a little wet. Do it again right here. That is it. That has been done. That's nothing. Okay? Great products. Possum Pouch Soft Goods. I make fun of his name every time that we're talking on there. Man, it's a mouthful. But he makes great products. The John Pack that I like so much. Next thing that I'll be carrying with me there is this haversack from Campcraft Outdoors out of Bethlehem, Kentucky. You saw me review this. This is a haversack's wax canvas. This is really awesome. And because of the fact that I'll be putting this up against a tree, laying it on the ground. See what I'm doing here? And that's really all you need. That's all you have to do with this. And then you just set it off to the side. I'll hang this up and I'll let it dry. All right? Let me get these two things off of here because I want to show you another one. This one here will be probably the most important. I've been using the spray. But this is a bed sleeve. And this is also made by Jay Hercules. And he makes these for John Pack. Now, what this is this is a canvased non-wax tube, right? You see it's got the grommets here, all the way around. It's a tube. You can make an elevated bed with this, but what my plan is at this point is that this is going to be a browse bed that I stuff with browse. So what I will do is I will put paracord through here and I will cinch this up to make it like a pillow sack on one end. Okay, and the open end over here is where I will stuff all the leaves. I need about 8 to 10 inches of leaves in here to keep me insulated off the ground because I'll be in a plow point wax canvas tarp is what I plan on doing. So this is the I guess it's still John Pack, you know, but Jay Hercules is the one that makes these. But because I'll be right on the ground, here's what I'm doing. You can see it. I'm not going to do the whole thing for this camera shot here, for this video, but you get the gist of it. And this is what I'm saying. This is not just about how to apply this stuff, but it's the fact that I'm trying to get you to understand the importance of protecting yourself from those ugly ticks that you're going to find out in the woods during this time of the year. And, you know, this type of stuff could save your life. So a lot of people have been affected, died from Lyme's disease, and if they haven't died, they have suffered physically throughout the years because of it. Because once it gets in your bloodstream, man, it's a tough bugger to get out. So Permethrin from Sawyer is the place to get this stuff. And I have no affiliation with them, but I'm just telling you, I endorse the product because I've used it for many years, and it has kept me safe, kept my friends safe, keep people safe on our team. It's the product. So I hope this helps you out, answered your questions. Get out in the woods this fall and see what you can see when you're out there. So until next time, you guys ride free, you live free, and as always, you be safe out there.